Okay, now what would be a good thing to try based on all of our options here? Rewriting it? Okay, like what? So we're simplifying the right side this time. So this is going to be what I talk about tomorrow in the video. There's this weird thing that they do a lot of times is they want to create it into a difference of perfect squares. So my assumption is that what they want to do next is this right here, which is a really hard move to do right here. So again, that's new for us. Notice they multiplied by 1 minus sine of x to the top and bottom, and that's because they're trying to create it into a difference of perfect squares. Is this one we did before school together? Okay, which is fine. Okay, so from there, the bottom can now be rewritten as 1 minus sine squared. Why can I rewrite the bottom as 1 minus sine squared? You're foiling that bottom, and so it's a difference of perfect squares. Again, I know we probably wouldn't have got there on our own. This is the first time where you're getting exposed to that little skill, that attempt right there. So that bottom, I see a 1 and I see a sine squared. So what are they probably going to make that bottom turn into? Probably cosine squared, because cosine squared plus sine squared is 1. So I'm looking for a cosine squared on the bottom anywhere, and I see it right here. Okay. So now that we've got that, what do you think that they would do next to try to work that out? They could, there's a lot of options they could do. They could multiply the top. They could cancel the cosines. Is there anything that has those cosines canceled? So that right there has those canceled, if you can see it. Okay. So it's still not secant and tangent, but notice it's all one fraction right now. And I want to try to turn it into two separate expressions, because it's got the subtraction in between it. Yes, Ella.
I think you're missing the up in the top left corner.
Yeah.
Sine. I think it's between the one where the cosine squared's on the bottom.
So you could do that, but it wasn't. Another way you could have done it is that just 1 minus sine squared is equivalent to cosine squared by manipulating this.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's not that you could go that way. It's different than the way we did it before school. Yeah, good question. So I think what we want to jump to here is now two separate fractions. 1 minus cosine. Sorry, 1 over cosine minus sine over cosine. 1 over cosine is secant. Sine over cosine is tangent. So now I can jump to the final answer here of the left side secant minus tangent. Again, now I've got my 7 junk cards. I have 8. So do I need to listen to Ella? Is there anything in here that you're saying I could have added that in?
Yeah.
Where should this be added in at?
It should be between two middle ones.
That one?
No, one more down. Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying. That's my bad. I think they might want it here, actually, which this is kind of not necessary. I would say that's like not a super necessary card, but for the sake of the activity, we want it there. Yep. Okay, thank you for telling me that. Should listen to you the first time.
Why do we do it the opposite?
I think you and I did the left side before school, but the directions were to simplify the right side, but I'm not going to count you off for that.